What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You're back with your boy Muzzy McGee. We're back for another live stream session, guys. Shout out to you guys who are here. Shout out to you guys who were here yesterday. Shout out to you guys who are here every single day. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. This is why I don't define the times that I should be here specifically. I don't say what times I'm going to be here, this, that, and the other, because I have days like today where it's like a Murphy's Law kind of situation where I try to make things happen and things end up going in the opposite direction of trying to, get things better. Like when you have things to do and you try to say, oh, well, I'll stop here, and you try to plan out like how things will work logistically, and you'll be like, well, I've got to go do this, got to pick this up, I got to do this, and you'll be like, oh, well, on my way I can do this, and then you expect things to go correctly, and sometimes they just don't. That was my day today. Not that it's a big deal, it was just really annoying, and that's why I'm here late, because I had a bunch of things I had to do, at work, and logistically I tried to figure out how to get a bunch of other things done at the same time, and it ended up just costing me time. So these are kind of, I guess you would say, the term that kids are using on the streets now is self-inflicted. So that's what happened. I had a self-inflicted bad day because I made, not bad day, but logistically difficult day because I made a series of good decisions that ended up turning out to not work out. So they ended up being bad decisions. So it happens. I want to say thank you guys for being here. I'm sorry that I had to be here as late as I did. I am today, and it just happens, guys. We have days like today. There's nothing more to say than that, other than just sometimes that just it do be happening though. You know what I'm talking about? So shout out to you guys for being here. Again, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Let's go over my spiel. Okay, this channel is about 4 things, and the first 2 things involve the live stream, and the live stream is broken down into 2 individual parts. So the first part is the practice session, and the second part is the improvisational section. So the practice session is about me practicing and you practicing and us practicing together, so we can get collectively together from the intermediate to the advanced, from the advanced to the expert, and from the expert onto the virtuoso levels of guitar playing. Now we do that by following a basic practice structure. We do scales, we do warm-ups, scales, chords, different picking patterns, different strumming patterns, different chords and voicings, different chord progressions, different legs of the week, as well as different cover songs that we can use to get from the intermediate to the advanced, from the advanced to the expert, and from the expert to the virtuoso levels of guitar playing. We do that to also help build the foundation for what we're doing in the second thing, which is to become the best improvisational players we can possibly become. And we do that by practicing improv every single day. So I'll be on the live stream. I'll be doing improv every single day. You can sit on your throne of judgment. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you hate it and what I can do to get better. You're always welcome to suggest different influencers and different exercises that can help us get together, get better as a collective to these exercises. There's nobody stopping you, okay? And I also don't mind constructive criticism because I try to take things professionally and not personally. So the third thing is basically using all those skill sets to create the best music I can in Logic Pro X. Now, if you haven't checked it out, I always post music. I post music every single day, and I have for the last 56 days. Today's was not as great as I wanted it to be. It had its own little issues, but it is what it is. So 100% of the stuff I'll be putting out there, obviously, my whole goal is to use my understanding of the guitar, my understanding of the fretboard, and my understanding of music theory to create the best music I can in Logic Pro X, okay? And to do that, I have to practice it and using it every single day, and so that's what I do. So I'll be singing, I'll be songwriting, I'll be writing different guitar parts, different solos, different sound design projects to create the best music I can in my digital audio workstation of Logic Pro X. I also use 100% of the stuff I'll be putting out there obviously will be in an effort for me to get better as a producer or a songwriter. 90% of the stuff will be for me personally, and the other 10% will be split into 2 parts. Music that I create with other musicians who are trying to create music themselves, and other people like filmmakers who are looking for new music to put in their films. Okay? The next thing, the last thing is basically what I ask people to do is when people don't really watch the channel still serves for me as a where I've been, where I am, and where I'm trying to go sort of situation, because I try to, I save all these videos and I keep them all in the replay section of my channel so that people who can't get on here on the live stream can still watch these back and, get to it every single day. It also helps me when people comment on the channel, so I get to see their comments in real time. And the freer the comments, the freer the changes I have to make, the more quickly I can make those changes. Now, that doesn't always correlate directly because some of them are really advanced technical things that I need to learn myself that I don't fully understand. And sometimes they take a little bit longer. Like, but somebody says, oh, well, you should purchase this or that. Those are going to take a little bit longer because I'm trying to reinvest everything I make into this channel back into the channel to try to make it net zero. So it's at zero cost to you and zero cost to me. So even if I purchase some strings or new picks, things of that nature, it's at zero cost to me. And so that I'm putting this stuff out there. And so I ask people during this period of time, well, just as general rule of thumb, to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Definitely subscribe because it helps me grow my channel and it helps me get involved with get accepted into the YouTube partnership program as well as the Amazon affiliate program, so I can start making that internet money. And so it would help out. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the second thing is I ask people during this period of time of advertiser-driven revenue purgatory, I ask people to make donations to the channel. Now, there are 2 ways in which one can make donations to the channel. You could do so through my Coffee account, where you can make a direct donation, and you can do so indirectly through cryptocurrency referral links. So through my Coffee account, you can do that through ko-fi.com /Muzzy McGee. I will make that available in the chat. It is already available in the description. You can donate as little as €1 to the channel, provided that's something you want to do. Every bit helps. The second way you can do so is by getting involved in the cryptocurrency space. Now, again, if you've talked about it with your family, you've done your own research. Again, I'm not a financial expert. This isn't financial advice, and I'm not telling you what you should and shouldn't do with your money. But if you have thought about it, you want to get involved in the cryptocurrency space, you can sign up using my referral links. And when you spend $50 or more, the perks and benefits that they offer you for spending $50 or more will be exponentially better than that of which you'd get if you signed up by yourself. They want clients like me, older clients like me, to get newer clients in the door. That's just how it works, okay? It happened for me, and I did it. Somebody did it for me, and then I'm doing it for other people as well. But the perks and benefits they offer you, they will in turn offer me as I'm the referring client, because I'm using 15 to 20% of my total gains to reinvest back into the platform. That is how it helps out. This year I'll be spending $63. I will be buying something that is related to, obviously, a scanner, and something that's obviously related to triad chords. That's what we talked about. That's what we're going to do. This is the last year I'll be doing it. So the last thing I was going to say is the easiest way to help me out with this channel, obviously, is to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But also, subscribing to me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and now Discord, will obviously help me grow those other platforms. And helping me grow those other platforms will inevitably help me grow my YouTube channel, and help me grow my YouTube channel will inevitably help me grow those other platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started here today. Again, I want to apologize for being here an hour and 10 minutes later than what I had personally anticipated. Like I said, these were all self-inflicted things. I tried to make things happen. I tried to do things in a logistical sense. I said, oh, well, I'll stop here and do this because it's on my way, or, you know. And it wasn't a poor planning thing. It's just because I don't own a vehicle in the center of town, it doesn't make sense to have one. I'm dependent upon, means of transportation that you have to wait on. And I did not take those into account, especially when they are not running at every single second that you want them to run. And that pushed me back a little bit further. So, again, I apologize for that. Here is my coffee account if you would like to make a donation to the channel. So, and I also posted like of the week. There we go, guys. Let's get started here today. I've posted those things, so you have those. Oh, shit. I did not do that. I did not post a lick of the week. I wrote it. Let me click copy. Copy this link. And we may get fewer viewers today than what we normally do because it is a Friday. And also I want to say happy Friday, y'all. Hi, y'all. Let's get to it. Happy Friday to all you guys who are here. Like I said, I'm trying to get to 100K as soon as I possibly can. So I hope that you guys will help me on this journey by liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. And we're going to continue pushing forward, guys. I'm going to go ahead and open up the, what was I going to say? I'm going to go ahead and open up the online metronome. We're going to get started here today. Again, it's playing these things in double time for whatever reason. I don't know why that's happening. I think they just updated their website. But again, that's presented some not serious issues, but really annoying issues for me personally. But that's okay, because life isn't perfect. It's messy sometimes, and we try to do the best we can when we can. So let's get right to it. Shout out to you guys for being here again. As I said before, happy Friday. I'm gonna try to keep this page open to see that who is commenting, who's not commenting on the channel. If I'm not getting to your comments right away, again, excuse me. I mean no disrespect by it. It is what it is. That just happens, okay? Shout out to you guys. Happy Friday. Let's get right to it again. Let's go. Alternate spider picking pattern from the first to the sixth. Well, staying in the same position as we try to work on this new picking grip. So I'm going to keep working. Let's go. All right. Well, we're going to keep working on that grip, even though it sounds like total dog shit for the moment, but that's what we're going to do, guys. Shout out to you guys for being here. Happy Friday, y'all. Let me get right into the moving up the tempo to 190 beats per minute, or in this case, let's see, 95 beats per minute. We can get started with the John Petrucci Bite of the Mosquito style exercise. That one is now written 95 beats per minute. All right, now we're gonna get right into the alternate spider picking pattern from the 1st to the 16th fret at 190 beats per minute, or as this says, 95 beats per minute, because it's in double time for whatever reason. Okay. Again, guys, it's going to start sounding like shit for a little while because of the fact that I have changed different picking patterns, different picking grips. So that is what it is, guys. I apologize for that. It's just going to sound bad for a while, but I'm not going to stop continuing to sound bad until it sounds good, because that's just what I want to do. I want to build a better system. I want to get better, and the only way to get better sometimes is you're just not going to be perfect at everything, and that's just something I have to deal with. And that's something, a process, a part of me building this site the way that I want to build it, or building this online stream, is to show people what it takes to get to that next level. And so some of that requires you watching me look terrible, and it's unfortunate, it's annoying, but you know, it is what it is. So I look stupid on the internet, so you don't have to. You're welcome, internet. You're welcome. Let's get right to the chromatic tapping from the 1st to the 16th fret, guys. Happy Friday. Let's get it going. All right, guys, I'm going to turn the volume down on this so that I can make sure I'm not blowing people's eardrums out their face holes, guys. I'm taking the tempo down to 140 beats per minute, or in this particular case, 170, because it is for some reason playing in double time. All right, 70 beats per minute. I'm doing it 70, 75, and then 80 beats per minute, which translates to, in double time, 140, 150, and 160 beats per minute. So we're going to start with this again. New pick and grip. Who dis? New pick and grip, y'all. Who dis? Working on the selective picking exercise. Let's go. Let's go to 150, which was technically speaking is 75 beats per minute with this, because it's in double time. Again, I didn't do this. This website that I'm using has just updated the website, and as annoying as it is what it is. Let's get it going, y'all. Let's get right into the 180, y'all. 180 beats per minute, y'all. I was overly exaggerated. Anyway, 180 beats per minute. Let's go. Well, 160 technically speaking. Yay! Now we can take the tempo up to 95 beats per minute. We can work on the scales, guys. We're doing the C major scale again, C sharp, C major, and C sharp, D flat major scale at 190 beats per minute, or it's 95 because we are playing it in double time. And we're going to go right into the minor pentatonic equivalent, staying at the same tempo. We're not going Dionanda. At 190 beats per minute, or 95 beats per minute, where we're doing the C sharp, the C major, C minor pentatonic scale, followed by the C sharp, D flat minor pentatonic scale. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to you guys for being here. I know it's a Friday. It's not always easy to be here on a Friday. I'm going to try to keep this page open. Again, if you see me and I'm not reading the comments, understand that it's because I'm keeping my eyes closed. I'm keeping my eyes closed because one of my biggest goals this year is to make sure that I do everything in my power to make sure I am never looking down at my fretboard ever again, that I'm trying to feel out where it is and try to get better that way. So let's get right to it, guys. 190 beats per minute, starting with the C major scale. Let's go. Second position, C major scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Third position, C major scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position? Yeah, fourth position, C major scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, C major scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Now the sixth position, C major scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Seventh position, C major scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into the eighth position of the C major scale at 190 beats per minute. Let's go. And now, guys, let's get right into the C sharp D flat major scale at 195 beats, 100 beats per minute. Let's go. I keep saying 195 because We're at 95 beats per minute, but we should be at 190, but it's playing it in double time because there's an issue with the metronome thing or whatever. Again, shout out to you guys for being here on a Friday. I know it's not easy, but thank you. Let's get it going. This is the C sharp D flat major scale at 190 beats per minute. Second position, C major, C sharp, D flat major scale at 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Again, our eyes are closed, guys. Third position, C major scale, 190, C sharp, D flat major scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position, C sharp, D flat major scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, C sharp, D flat major scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position, C sharp, D flat major scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's get it going, y'all. Happy Friday, by the way. Seventh position, C sharp, D flat major scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Seventh position, C sharp, D flat major scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. No, I'm sorry. Eighth position, my bad. Or the octave position. Now that we finished that up, guys, we're going to get right into, again, we're not taking the tempo down. We're staying at the same tempo. We're going right into the minor pentatonic equivalent, starting with the C minor pentatonic scale and going right into the C sharp, D flat minor pentatonic scale. Shout out to you guys that are here. Happy Friday. If you haven't done so already, I'd absolutely love it if you took it a few seconds to like and subscribe to the channel. It's helpful, it's free, and it make your boy Muzzy feel real good about himself. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's go. Second position, C minor pentatonic scale, 190 beats per minute. Y'all, let's get it going. Third position, C minor pentatonic scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's get it going, y'all. Eyes still closed. Fourth position, C minor pentatonic scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, C minor pentatonic scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the sixth position, or the octave position, the C minor pentatonic scale of C minor pentatonic scale at 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Now we're going right into the C sharp D flat minor pentatonic scale at 190 beats per minute. Shout out to you guys. Happy Friday, y'all. Let's go. This one's really tough for me because this is a weird stretch. No diddy. Y'all know what I mean. That the index and the pinky with the middle finger and then the pinky finger stretch is very, very tough to do for me. This high up the fret, I should say. That's as good as I'm going to get it on the live stream, and unfortunately we're going to have to keep moving forward, guys. I'm just going to have to take note of that and work on that a little bit later. So first position, got to work on a little bit better. Let's go right into the C sharp D flat minor pentatonic scale position number 2. Let's go. Third position, C minor pentatonic scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. C sharp D flat minor pentatonic scale. Fourth position, C minor pentatonic scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's get it going. Fifth position, C minor pentatonic, C sharp D flat minor pentatonic scale, 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position, or the octave position, of the C sharp D flat minor pentatonic scale at 190 beats per minute. Let's go. Now that we finished with the scales, guys, I'm going to turn off the metronome because we do not need it for this section. We're going to play a fun game called Find the Note. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's about. If you don't know what it's about or don't know what it is, I'm going to say it real quick. Find the Note is an exercise that was recommended by Joe Satriani, a very famous guitar player. If you don't know him, you should look him up, and you should know him as a guitar player, at least watching this channel. Again, the exercise is just basically an intermediate guitar player who knows basically a guitar player defined as somebody who plays a couple chords, couple scales, couple songs, should be able to find every note in every position on the fretboard. So today we're doing the C note. We're going to find that everywhere. We're using the plus 12, minus 12 method, which gives us an understanding as to where to find it when you add and subtract 12 based on where it is above and below the 12th fret. So if you know its position below the 12th fret, you add 12 to that number, whatever fret number that is, you add 12 to it, and you find its position above the 12th fret. Similarly, or conversely, however you want to look at it, if you are above the 12th fret and you subtract 12 from that number, you find its lower octave of the same position on the same string. We are standard tuning of E, A, D, G, B, E, and will always be that way until otherwise or unless otherwise specified. So let's get right to it. We're going to try to find the C note. We know where it is. If you guys were here yesterday, let's do it. So C note is at 8 again. The 8 position on the E string. So on the 8th fret, you add 12 to 8, you get what? 20. You guessed it. So it's 8 and 20 on the bottom, on the low E string. Again, if you subtract 8 from 20, you get 8. Or I'm sorry, you subtract 12 from 20, you get 8. If you add 12 to 8, you get 20, guys. It's that simple. Similarly, on the E string, the high string, it's also on frets 8 and 20. So we're at 8 and 20 on the low E string again. Then we're going to go over to the E string, which puts us at, you guessed it, 3 and 15. For those of you who were here yesterday, you know that is what it is. Again, you add 12 to 3, you get 15. You subtract 12 from 15, and you get 3. It's that simple, guys. Now back to 8 and 20 on the low E string, which is going to put us back to 8 and 20 on the high E string. Then we're going to go to the B string, which puts us at, you guessed it, 1 and 13. For those of you who weren't here yesterday. Now back to 8 and 20 on the high E string. And back to 8 and 20 on the low E string. Then we're going to go over to the A string, which puts us back to 3 and 15. You guys are so smart. You're the best. Now back to 10 and 22 on the D string, which puts us back to 3 and 15 on the A string. Now back to 8 and 20 on the high E string, or on the low E string, I should say. Now back to frets 8 and 20 on the high E string. Then we're going to go back to the B string, which puts us at 1 and 13. 1 and 13 on the B string. Then we're going back to, you guessed it, 5 and 17. For those of you who were here yesterday, frets 5 and 17 on the G string. Now back to 10 and 22 on the E string, or on the D string. Now back to 3 and 15 on the A string. And then we're going to finish up here with 8 and 20 on the low E string. And then we're going to finish up with these slides, as I like to do them. Now let's get right into the chords, guys. We're going to do the triads again. The only reason we've done major and minor triads this whole week is because I haven't found a way to deliver those augmented and diminished triads to you guys in a way that would be more correct, more understanding. So I decided next week, if I can't figure it out for this weekend or figure out a way to get it to you guys in a specific way, then we're going to just do all the major and all the minor chords, all the major and minor triads. That's just what we're going to do next week if I can't figure it out. And we should be able to figure it out. I'm going to say I should be able to figure this out, or find a site so I can post it and show it to you guys, but sometimes it just doesn't work out because of timing and all these other things. So as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and post the Guitar Thinker into the chat so you guys have that. Again, shout out to you guys for being here on a Friday. I know it is not easy. I just wanted to say thank you again for you guys for being here. Let's get right to it. We're going to start right here with the triad chord dictionary. We're going to do the C major triads, then the C minor triads, followed by the C sharp, D flat major triads, and follow that up with the C sharp, D flat minor triads. So let's get right to it. Starting with strings 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3, when I say 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, and 4, 5, 6, obviously that's a reference to the strings. So we're going to be playing the bottom 3 strings, which is the E, A, D, and then the A, D, G, and then the D, G, B, and then the G, B, E. Okay? And that's literally in the order that we're going to do it in. So start with the 1, 2, 3, or the E, A, D string. So more again, okay? Now we're going over to strings 2, 3, and 4, okay? Which are the A, the D, and the G string. Yep, that's it. So here we are. Again, I posted the Guitar Thinker thing in the chat, so. Again. Again. Back down at least. Then here. One more again. Now we're going into strings 2, 3, and 4, or the 3, 4, and 5, I'm sorry, so that would make it the D, the G, and the B string, okay? C major triads. Let's go again. Again. Now let's go to strings 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 4, 5, and 6 are exactly what you think they are. That's the GBE strings. Okay, so we're here. Okay, so. Alright guys, now let's get right into the C minor triad chord, starting with strings 1, 2, and 3. And again, 1, 2, 3 is exactly what you think it is. 1, 2, and 3 is E, A, and D. So. One more again. All ye. Now let's get to the strings 2, 3, and 4, which are the A, the D, and the G strings. Okay? One more again. Let's go right into strings 3, 4, and 5. Again, 3, 4, and 5 is D, G, and B. Those are the strings we're playing on. I have to call them out just to make sure that people know where we at. And now we're going right into the bottom 4 strings. So that would be the D, the G, B, E. Oh, that's why. Now let's get right into the bottom 4 string chords of the major and minor varieties. I'm just kidding. We're going right into the major chords of the C sharp, D flat varieties, going with strings 1, 2, and 3, or the E, A, D. Okay, so right here. Again, okay? Now let's get right into strings 2, 3, and 4. And again, that is the A, the D, and the G strings. Okay? Those of you following along back at home, yeah. Hopefully you are. So right here. Now let's go over to strings 3, 4, and 5, okay? Which are the D, G, and B strings. Yeah, that's right. One more again. Now let's get right into strings 2, 3, or 4, 4, 5, 6, which are the GBE strings. Okay. Okay, so. One more again. Now we're going to finish up here, guys, with the minor triads. Okay, these are C sharp, D flat minor triads. We're starting singing 1, 2, and 3, strings 1, 2, and 3. Again, you're going to see it in this book or in the guitarthinker.com written as D flat, but D flat and C sharp are sonically identical. It's the same position. They're just notated differently, provided you're reading sheet music, and most guitar players don't read sheet music. Okay, there's a reason for that. Not because guitar players don't like to read music, it's just because it is annoyingly difficult to figure out where the songwriter is trying to picture where the guitar player is supposed to play certain chords and play certain notes. They're not particularly specified in most sheet music, at least, where those chords are supposed to be or where those are supposed to be played up and down the fretboard. It makes it very difficult to read that music. You can play it after practicing it a while because you kind of got to guesstimate. So at least that's been my experience. So minor chords. Forgot to say one more again at the end right there. But again, we're going to strings 2, 3, and 4. That is the A, D, and G string. One more time. One more again, I should say. All right, now that we finished that up, we've got 2 more sets to do, guys. We've got the strings 3, 4, and 5, or the DGB. That's what we're doing. All right. And now for the number 4 thing. The last ones of 4, 5, and 6 chords, which would be the GBE. Back down for the last time. All right, now we finish that up. We all get Nobel Prizes. Anyway, guys, just joshing. Let's get right to it. We're just going to finish up with these. I'm going to close out of this. We don't need this anymore. I have the backing track in the, or not backing track, the lick of the week in the chat already. If you'd like to take a look at it, you can. As I say before, please like and comment and subscribe to these guys' channels as well. Obviously, like, comment, and subscribe to mine. It's helpful. Makes me feel good about myself. But also, when we like the videos of these other guys who put out this content that helps us, this educational content that helps us get better, it incentivizes them by pushing them further and better in better positions on the algorithm that enables them or incentivizes them to continue to push out educational content, which in turn helps us get better. Okay, so if you could do that, that would be absolutely awesome as well. But also take the time to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, because helping me grow my channel is what this is all about. Let's get right to it. I'm going to play through this a couple times so people can hear it. I'm going to turn up the volume here. Oh shit, my bad, shotties. I forgot when you switch pages on Instagram, it'll stop playing the reel. Pause that. I don't need that because I basically have it memorized, even though I still struggle with it. Again, guys, shout out to you guys for being here. Happy Friday. You guys are the best. Hundreds for all of you guys. Shout out to everyone who's here, man. I appreciate all of you guys. Let's get right to it. So it's going to sound like this. Now I'm going to get right into the ABC Polyphia riff, guys. Thank you so much for being here. ABC, the OD Polyphia riff. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to try to run through it a few times. My goal is to try to get it 2 or 3 times. I don't want to say consecutively because I want to get this new picking grip down, and I don't know if that's going to happen. But we're going to work on it for about 5 minutes or so. And then, like I said, next week I'm going to try to figure out how to find out the second part of that introduction so that we can work on that and get that finished by the end of February as well. Guys, thank you guys for being here. If you haven't done so already, I would love it if you took the 2-3 seconds it takes to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's helpful, it's free, and make me feel real good about myself, especially on a Friday. I've had a tough day. Help me out. Let's get right to it. Going to the metronome. Okay, so I said 130 divided by 2 is 765. 65. 65. All right, let's go. right. Well, we got through that a few times. We got that more than 3 times, but like cleanly, I got it probably about 2 or 3 times. Definitely a few more times than that. So I'm happy that it's getting better, but it's just still really depressing that it is very, very tough to do still to this day. And I've been working on it for like 3.5 months at this point. So, but that is what it is. It takes the time that it takes, guys. And I just want people to understand that part of watching this channel is understanding and watching me grow as an intermediate guitar player to the advanced level, and from the advanced to the expert, and from the expert onto the virtuoso levels of guitar playing. I want people to understand that this shit doesn't happen overnight. So watching me is hopefully will help you and make you feel comfortable and confident where you are in your playing skill set. And hopefully at the same time, I'll be getting better. Okay? Let's get right to it, guys. Shout out to you guys for being here. We're going to work on these backing tracks. So this is C. The chords are C, F, A minor, and G. So I'm working on really trying not to play. And another piece of good advice that I got about playing improvisational music is it's not just about playing notes, and that's what I'm trying to get into. But it's also I'm trying to work on understanding where all those notes are. So sometimes it's going to sound a lot like that I'm just trying to play a bunch of notes. It's also trying to understand the feeling of the song and understanding what you can contribute to the song. So that's an important skill to understand. That's why just learning how to play stuff and do all these things is great, but also learning how to play within the context of the song is really, really important for improv. So that's something I try to keep in the back of my mind, understand. I'm still an intermediate guitar player, just as I hope some of you guys are. Some of you are, working on trying to get better and get to that level, and hopefully we can get there together. So let's finish up strong with this one. We are with this one. This one is in C again. The chord progression on this one is C major, G major, A minor, and then F. So it's literally, you change the F and the G, I think. So. Still really hard. I still have to think about the context of songs, and I got to think about how I can contribute to them. Again, that's a really, really important thing to do when you're becoming an improvisational guitar player, because when you're improving, you have to understand context, and that's really, really important. But it's also really important to understand where the notes are. So that's why I'm working on more notes than I am context. But they're both very important. Guys, we finally made it within under an hour and 30 minutes for the first time since I said I was going to try to make these an hour and 30 minutes, which was January 1st. So it's been 16 days. Oh my God. Literally half a month for me to figure that out. I want to say thank you guys for being here. Thank you. Well, I don't want to say it. I am saying thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for joining the channel. I apologize for getting here late. It has been a weird fucking day for me. It is what it is. These days happen. We try to make things happen, and sometimes they don't work out in our best, for the best. Sometimes they don't work out at all, and sometimes you just have days where they just don't work out great. So I want to say thank you for you guys for being here. I want to thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. I hope you have it. I hope you've done so already. If you haven't, I'd like for you to take the time to do so right now. It's easy, it's free, and make me feel good about myself. It also helps me continue on my path to making my promise that to make this channel net zero, meaning it's at zero cost to you, as I'm trying to make for me as possible. I never really go over my spiel at the end, but I just want to just give you kind of a highlight. So this channel is about 4 things. First 2 things involve the live stream, which is about the practice and the improvisational section. The third thing is about me using those skill sets in my guitar, my understanding of the guitar, create the best music I can in Logic Pro X. And the fourth thing is asking people to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, because it is easy, it is free, and it helps me grow my channel. But also when people comment on the channel, because I save all these videos, it allows me to go back and see things that may be glaringly obvious to you, but may not be as obvious to me, things that I can fix and change that will not cost me anything, or may cost me a little bit, but not too much, and then things that I can fix over time. The second thing I ask people to do is to donate to the channel through my Ko-fi account. That's ko-fi.com/Muzzy McGee. You can donate as little as $1 or €1, to the channel, or more if you'd like to do so. That's very helpful as well. And the other way you can do so is through cryptocurrency referral links. Again, those are available in the description. You have to be, I don't know what the age is or what the limit is and what the region is, but if you've talked it over with your families and you want to get involved, check out the referral link. Signing up is and by no means any way of saying you have to purchase anything. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, and I'm not telling you what you should and shouldn't do with your money. But I trade cryptocurrency every single day, and I figure if I'm sharing my passion of guitar with you, I share my other passions with you guys as well. It just so happens that it helps out with the channel. When you purchase $50 or more, they offer you perks and benefits. The perks and benefits they offer you, they will in turn offer me, and because I'm using 15 to 20% of my total gains, up to $100 to reinvest back in the channel next year. And this will be the last year I'll be doing that. That's how it helps out with the channel. Lastly, guys, I ask you to subscribe to me across all platforms. I'm currently available on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, as well as now Discord. Subscribing to me subscribing to me on YouTube is the #1 goal. But helping me grow those other platforms will inevitably help me grow my YouTube channel, and help me grow my YouTube channel will inevitably help me grow those other platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here on a Friday. I know it is not the most fun thing to do on a Friday, but again, we're going to try to get better, guys. I go by the name Muzzy McGee. This is my channel. This is what I'm trying to build, and I'm going to continue to build this thing brick by brick, but with your help, we can make it happen more quickly. Okay, love you. Bye. Happy Friday.